Okay, we have quite a bit of a shakeup coming through for you this week. The Tower is changing your viewpoints, changing the energy around you. Things that you thought were a certain way, all those perceptions are more than likely being shifted, and it could be a surprise. It could be a shock to you, considering it is the Tower card. And for the most part, it tends to be unexpected. On the general side, we have the Seven of Wands and the Star and the Ace of Wands. So you're fighting for something that you believe is yours, is what I'm seeing with that energy. You have hopes that you'll recover something. Maybe it's maybe you're defending yourself. Maybe people have defamed you in some way. I don't know if that's even a proper word. And so you're looking to recover, which you more than likely would if that's your situation. Otherwise, this represents standing your ground and trying to heal a situation as best as you can. I do think you have some opposition in other people, but you're fighting. As I said, you're fighting, and we have the Ace of Wands as the outcome card. So you have the desire, you have the strength and the energy here, and you more than likely will be starting something that's a bit of a dream of yours. With the Star, we have that hopeful, this is what I want, it feels so far-fetched, but maybe it's not. The Ace of Wands is putting it into reality. It's your passions coming forth in some way. And it didn't come easy, because the Seven of Wands, again, does fight for it. On the love side, we have the Hermit card with the Four of Wands and the High Priestess energy. You're thinking about love more than anything else. Now, this could represent with the Hermit here that you're either currently single or away from a partner. And again, you're just thinking about them and maybe spending time with them, which will not happen for a little bit. The Four of Wands could be an event that's coming up that you're thinking about. You could also be thinking about just dating in general. Like, should I, shouldn't I? It's been a while, maybe for some of you. Maybe you're thinking about going out to that particular place. And right now it's just in your mind. The High Priestess for me is more passive, and she's less likely to kind of put herself out there. She's interested still, like, in maybe obtaining more knowledge, taking more time, figuring things out first before deciding to really go out there and start dating again if you're single. Or if you're in a relationship, for whatever reason, it feels like there's downtime. And then you maybe catch up with them later. I don't know, that's what's coming through. So let's get the Tower card. Three of Wands. You may have seen this coming. It's a surprise, but you may have actually suspected that it was going to happen with the Three of Wands. You may have been waiting for this too, for this situation to come apart. Could involve a connection here. We have two people about to meet and embrace sexual connection or just a relationship, period. You could be thinking about any form of partnership, and it seems like whatever that partnership was is sort of, it's breaking down right now, at least. It's coming down, the Tower. General. Eight of Wands. Quite a bit of Wands energy too. So you got this fire in you that's coming through, this insistence on focusing your energy towards something that gives you excitement here. And this is that high activity card in my mind. This could indicate the possibilities of travel because you have that spark. You got something that you're starting up. Maybe it involves movement or just actual travel. This could involve a lot of people being a part of this as well, or wanting to be a part of it and contacting you. Love. Justice. Yeah, you're taking a pause right now when it comes to love because something has to happen, it appears. A decision, maybe you've made an ultimatum or someone has. And right now nothing is final, but it's in the cards as a possibility. Maybe you just need, again, as I said, a week of 2 weeks to think a situation through and get more insight with the High Priestess and the Hermit, both cards of knowledge and gathering insight. And not making rash decisions. If you're single, again, this is like deciding whether or not I should date again. Or go on a date. Maybe someone has asked you already and you haven't given an answer yet. And you're thinking about it. You're thinking about moving on. Some of you could be making a decision about a home, living with a partner, buying a home with a partner. Some of you are thinking, especially if you're single, about just moving on in general and deciding to see what's out there with others. Maybe you were attached to the past, or you were just enjoying being single and you're at that point where you're like, do I enjoy it as much as I thought? Or maybe I want to try it out again just to see. So you could be at that point. But you're not 100% sure yet. Some of you could be thinking about traveling to see someone as well. And there's like a question of, do I want to go out? Do I want to stay in? Maybe the weather's keeping you in, or you just not feeling up for it. What's the Seven of Wands over there? Seven of Wands represents death, so you may have been trying to end something, get out of a situation, and I think you successfully have. Now, some of you may have been struggling with the fact that there was an end, trying to recover on your side from the fact that something is now over and obviously has impacted you, in which case, regardless, death has brought you a new opportunity and has brought change towards you. Star. In my mind came up reliving the dream. I don't know if that means anything to you, but you could also be refocusing on an old passion that maybe you put to the side and it's coming back. And it's giving you hope that maybe you can reconnect with something, reconnect with someone. Or go back to somewhere you feel that you belong. Let's just get one overall. A lot of this week does seem to revolve around a relationship or your connection with someone. There's emotions here invested. So you're meeting with someone, you're meeting up with someone to make amends, to basically have some sort of harmony, just discuss your options as well. But I think this is the meeting of the minds and meeting of the hearts. And for the most part, it feels like it worked in your favor. Like it feels like you're in control of the situation. The center card for you is the Princess of Swords. So this could be a week where information is very, very important to you, whether you need some information from someone else or you're just hearing quite a like bits and pieces of things around you that are intriguing you. Your interest has gone up and you want to find out more. We have this energy of a female here who is looking outward for some more insight, some detailed info that you're trying to learn or gather. Now, on the general side, we have the Five of Chalices with the Ten of Pentacles and the Tower as an outcome card. Because the Five of Cups is here, I'm a little iffy on the Tower and what sort of impact it has. Obviously, it's a shock and it's big, and it may, break apart something that you thought that you knew. But already we have the sense of emotional disappointment here in the Five of Cups, and it could be surrounding family, foundations, when that could be tied to money, or as I already said, family, marriages, commitments, something that maybe you thought was a very stable structure. It's the Ten of Pentacles, it's complete. You felt it was at the pinnacle. And here we have someone who feels like they just lost something incredibly valuable to them. And it comes as a shock with the Tower card. So that more than likely is the case for you. Of course, I always hope that it isn't, but that's what's coming through in the cards. On the love side, we have Justice and the Six of Wands with the Knight of Wands as an outcome card. And now love seems to take a much more positive turn, which leads me to believe that the general side is probably maybe family or money. And I don't necessarily mean like your partner and that sort of family, but your actual immediate relatives. There could be an impact there that's causing some major interruptions of sorts with the Tower card. Otherwise, work, money, of course, with the Pentacles energy. Now, love, as I've already said, good energy. Very, very good energy. It's like a positive result has come through. Justice brings awareness to you. You may have made a decision that you felt was right, or someone here has made some sort of decision that they know is right, and they're celebrating this situation. It's like, hell yes, this is fantastic. This is working out better than I could have hoped for. You feel, I think, more of a sense of relief. There's passion here, there's energy, like feeling that rush as well. And that could be, for some, with justice being, justice could represent legal, can't speak right now. Justice could represent the legalities of relationships, like divorce or separation. For some of you, it could be that you've gone through, that it's like a deep sigh of relief that makes you feel free, optimistic, and happy. Some people want that. Others of you, maybe, there's any sort of decision that has been made about your relationship together as a unit, or maybe on your side, that has led to success. And you feel that with that situation, now you can again, I get a sense of like feeling free. This could have been bogging you down for a bit, especially if someone was waiting for you to make the call, like a partner. Knight of Wands is the outcome card. This dude is just like free, happy, energetic, going on some sort of adventure. Now he is going solo though, so I mean there is this energy here of time alone, time away, but enjoying that moment. Some of you may have attracted the attention of someone in particular, someone that you find very exciting to be around. And maybe you've made a decision on your end to just engage with that person, and it's a lot of fun. Alright, so, I thought I almost lost my voice there. That was weird. I cannot speak with you guys. Alright, so let's get a clarification card for the Princess of Swords. We got 2. With the clarification cards of the Chariot and the Sun, I actually see some intention here to kind of do something that just makes you feel happy. Rush towards it. Maybe before you actually go for it with the energy of the Chariot, you're like figuring things out still, getting information, knowing what you need to do with that Page of Swords energy. But Chariot has motivation and intentions here, and the Sun is bringing it out into the open. So I think you're definitely headed for something positive. Now, you could also be finding out information that's very, very illuminating. And again, with the Sun illuminating all, it's bringing things out into the open. And with this information, things start moving very quickly. Let's get one for the General. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like, considering the energy around it, there's a lot of disagreement, there's a lot of words being said, and most likely leads to some hurt, because the sword with this knight is bloodied. There is like no holding back, so there could be angry people. You could be angry, you could be dealing with someone else who's very intense and trying to hold them off, and in some ways, someone could have rushed at you with information that was just like, whoa, 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 where's this coming from? Type of feeling, because the Tower is the outcome. All right, overall, what's caused the 5 of Chalices? 2 of Swords flipped over, and this is indicating that the 5 of Chalices is caused by the 2 of Swords. The fact that maybe you didn't see that something was happening right before your eyes, and maybe in some ways you've chosen, or you've tried to turn a blind eye to something, or you've tried to ignore it, and in doing so, it's led to something inevitable. Something like that is coming through here. And also the vibe of not being able to see what was going on around you, and then it happens and it's kind of like too late, and it's making you feel like, oh shit, what just happened? Where does the Tower lead? Again, apologies for the shuffling here. It's obscenely slow because, as I said, I'm a little bit injured. Okay, the Tower leads to the Four of Pentacles. So you're kind of, I feel, with that energy on your toes a bit. You're just holding back. You like may have a ton of feelings, opinions, but you're like, you know what? I need to wait until this completely blows over before I let go of anything, especially if words or actions need to happen. I think you're taking a step back. Let's get one for the Ten of Pentacles. This could be about leaving a job, a long-term commitment, something where there was a ton of security, and then there's the energy of looking the other way. Now, this could be someone who's done that and it has impacted you. This could be a long-time friend or family member that's leaving. Or again, having to leave the job with a heavy heart because you were attached to that position and that workplace. Yeah, it could also be having to turn your back on something that you saw or you felt was very secure in your life, and it turns out not quite. Let's get one for love. I always see things a little differently with this Five of Pentacles. I see, you know, that loss is there and that hardship is there, but there's also quite a bit of support, and it feels like, considering justice brings fairness, you know, you got success with the Knight of Wands, and you have success with the Six of Wands, and excitement with the Six and the Knight of Wands. That the Five of Pentacles, I feel like, brings the support, that there's a realization that someone is going to be there for you. In some cases, I feel like you're just, when it comes to love, making the best decision for yourself. Maybe you've been through a lot when it comes to your love life as well, and it has taken its toll on you, but it ended up working out for the best. And you finally feel like you have, I don't want to say things are easy, but finally feel like you have some sort of support that you need. Justice. Justice could indeed represent a separation, whether it's you with a partner or someone that you're attracted to and they're separated from their partner and you are happy about it. Maybe it's been a long time coming, always a possibility. This could be a decision to end a situation that was involved with 3 people, or that had put you in a cycle or in a loop of pain. For some, you know what, let me just see what, let's get a clarifier for Six of Wands. For some, you are doing what you feel is emotionally best for you. For others, again, you may have attracted the attention of someone who could be a water sign with the King of Cups, could be someone who is now open and emotionally available and wasn't before. So in that way, it's its own victory to you. You could also find yourself opening up emotionally and learning to move beyond heartbreak, if that's all you've known, at least for a long period of time. You may be saying yes to someone, this male energy. You may be saying yes to them, or them to you. Knight of Wands. Important conversations are happening when it comes to love. Again, there's this openness energy, something that's freeing up. Communication is a big factor. You're expressing yourself, another person is expressing themselves. If there is an attraction on your part, I do feel like it's mutual from the other person's perspective. And I do feel like you have a lot of engaging ideas as to what to do when it comes to love. For instance, with a partner, you may have just a lot of things that you may want to do together, go out on dates, or just like a little adventurous, because I see the Knight of Wands as someone who is just focused on fun and being out and about and things of that sort. So let me get one for the King of Cups. Yeah, there's excitement surrounding this king and the attraction towards them, what's happening with them. A lot of communication, it's fun, it's engaging, and it doesn't feel heavily committed. I know justice is here, but it feels like it's just light and easy is what it feels like. Let's get one more for the Three of Swords and Justice. With the Three of Swords and Justice, someone else could also be like going deep within and expressing their emotions, their pain, their whatever they've been hanging on to, and the decision has been made to just let all that out and maybe even talk about things that have been hard. And with those conversations, that could have led to, you know, a new relationship with someone. And as I've already said, there is that vibe that maybe you or someone else has separated in order to come together, and that brings about the happiness. Like, finally it's happened, you sign your divorce, or you're just free, you're not in any sort of relationship anymore, you're free to pursue someone else. That previous relationship just may have not been working out or could have bogged you down, and it was for the best, but it's only up until now where it's finally happened. And so there is definitely the possibility of some sort of romantic gesture being made with the Knight of Cups. Whatever it is, you're attracted to what's coming towards you. And as I've said, it's lighthearted and it feels fun. There's a possibility of it leaning towards the sexual side, but who cares? It's engaging. As I said, there's attraction, and you seem to be happy.